Hey everybody, Simply Breezy, and I'm here to show you some arena offense in Dungeon Hunter Champions today. This isn't going to be a guide on how to build a good arena offense. It's not going to be a tutorial on anything or a champion highlight. It is going to show off my new arena offense because I'm having a ton of fun with it. It does kind of highlight the Candy Munchkin girls. They're a lot of fun. I recommend building one if you don't have a solid DPS for the arena offense, like a Blade Master or something. But, I mean, arena offense isn't too difficult right now, considering arena defenses are so difficult to build, given that there's no hit list saying who's attacked us and if we were victorious or defeated by them. So arena offense isn't really too serious and doesn't require a lot of theory crafting right now the way arena defense does. But it could still be a lot of fun, and I want to show you guys my new Cleave team. It has its strengths and it has its weaknesses like any team. It is a hardcore Cleave team. It does consist of Harlowe, the Dark Pirate, but he can be substituted. But let's take a look. I believe we can hit Jigon, possibly. Yeah, we can probably hit Jigon here. This is not the team. I was going to test that, but this is the team right here, you guys. So it's a Cleave team, right? So we've got Harlowe doing the AoE attack break and defense, or attack buff and defense break, and then the Munchkins obliterate everything. The idea behind the Siege Tower Castelia is that she's gonna rush in and focus everyone's fire on her with her charge. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. It does have its strengths, and that is that it can cleave anything pretty much that doesn't have invulnerability. For the most part right now, it has enough DPS to cut through immunity. It doesn't necessarily need the defense break on every single team. And then we can nuke and then clean up. But there are some pretty well-crafted defenses out there with some pretty decent gear that I can't quite just cut through like butter the way I did with Jigon here. The biggest issue with it, though, is that it can't beat Archangel team, water Archangel teams that have that invulnerability. This is a Cleave team, right? Which means it's all based on just cutting through someone immediately at the start. It's an initial burst that's meant to wipe a team. It's not a sustained fight team. So if that burst is wasted on champions that are invulnerable, and I don't have a reliable strip yet to remove that invulnerability, it's not going to do anything. So I can't really hit water Archangel teams. You know, we'd hit Xixi here. However, he's a guildmate, so I don't want to hit him since it's a very competitive week. But something like this. So, I'll be TB. Dark Raider Demon. I'm not really too worried about it. It looks like he's got an attack speed synergy trait leader. I'm not sure if that's by design or if it's because of the defense bug changing your synergy trait leaders. But I bet we can burst this. This is a player I haven't hit before, but it's just so much fun to watch these double Candy Munchkins just absolutely tear into people. We can just kind of bundle everyone up here and watch the DPS rain down. It's such a fun Cleave team. It's taken me to the top of the arena, you guys. I've been pretty consistently ranked pretty high there. The Blade Master is not a concern. If a DPS like a Blade Master gets left over with her kind of like invisible skill like that, there's some immobilized from the Candy Munchkins, and we can take it out. It's just we can try and find some immunity too. See if we can crush through some immunity. But really, right now, the only defenses that I can't beat are the Water Archangel ones, and then some really tanky heavy heal ones. If the burst doesn't kill them, I'm not going to win, because I'm not going to win a sustained fight with no heal there. And my Harlowe is built incredible with pretty much all damage, so he's not going to survive. He's not a bruiser. Anybody with immunity we can fight. We could cleave that. Water Archangel, again, we probably can't hit that. I mean, that's a 1279. Not too worried about that. But let's refresh and see what else we can hit, you guys. Let's see. Spada's a guildmate. We can hit Make It a Bud, you guys. Make It a Bud is an incredibly competitive high-level Summoner's War player I expect nothing but a stellar team from him here, probably. We'll see if we can cleave it or not. The ones that have been really giving me the problems are the Greater Demon, Xenia, Violet, that Dark Dryad comps. If I can't burst the Dryad or the Xenia, it's pretty much over. But I think I can do this one. Yeah, there we go. And then the Dryad just almost hung in there. But it cuts like butter. None of my gear slots on the Candy Munchkins are plus 15 yet, so it has room for improvement as well. I have 1 attack percent gear that is ranked 14, plus 14 on London Drop, the Light Munchkin. Not quite plus 15, but yeah, guys, it's just... I know it's not exactly free to play, right? I've got a Light and Half 5 in here. Any Siege Tower will do the trick for this team. Anything that will charge forward, like even an Archangel that you can jump forward on the enemy to get them to all target them first, will work with something like this. Even a Greater Demon where you can just pull everyone into it. It's not reliant on the siege, and it's not reliant on like the Light Nat 4 Lemon Drop. You could do this with any of the free-to-play or the non-LD Candy Munchkins. It's really reliant more on their attack scaling, right? You build them attack percent, crit damage, attack percent, and then their third skill nukes, whether it does HP percent damage or not. Having one with that and one with an AoE defense break is perfectly fine, and it eliminates the need for the defense break from a pirate captain. You just need to bring an attack buffer instead of that pirate captain, right? You bring in a fire boon sister. She does a team attack buff, and she has an additional AoE defense break. It'll work perfectly fine right there. Anything that can initiate on its own immediately, like the siege towers with their rush, or an Archangel or a Greater Demon that can pull everything together. You get a Boon Sister or anything with an AoE attack break, and then 2 of the Candy Munchkins, say even the Nature one and the Water one, or the Fire one and the Water one, or the Dark one, which is a 3-star, LD unit. They're all fantastic. They do amazing burst damage. Let's see if we can hit some more. Find something with immunity. No immunity here, but still a pretty solid defense with the Fire Archangel, Violet, and Xenia. But we can cleave it, you guys. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. So we'll pop the shield just for a little redundancy. We'll charge in, and it doesn't even matter where we go, honestly. The AoE effect of the Candy Munchkin is just so strong. We popped the charge a little early there, and that's okay. Just everything melts. Clean up the residual leftover Blade Master from being, unhittable in its little 7-sided dash, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know the skills. I unfortunately don't have one, so I haven't read any of the skills yet. But it's only threatened by Archangels. It's only threatened by Archangels. Sidekicks, another guildmate. We could take a look at 7 Knife. Let's give it a shot. Another top contender in the arena, you guys. Like, we're in the top 30 right now. It's only Wednesday. It's only Thursday, right? So Rush Hour is still a couple days away. But these are players that have been refreshing to stay on the top all week because they want to compete for the top 30 for that Dark Pirate Harlowe this week. That is the arena reward for top 30 right now. People want one. So there's a lot of top competitors up here right now, and we're just bursting through defenses. Granted, again, like I said, that's because it's hard to build a good defense right now. It's tough. It's early into the game. Most people's gear quality is low. It's not like double triple S tier gear quality. People haven't had time to farm for it, right? That's okay. People have some great units, and so people have been theory crafting amazing defenses, but without the gear quality, it's tough to build a solid one. But the 2 things that an offense like this does struggle against is mainly the invulnerability of the Water, or possibly the Dark Archangel if you have one, and some super tanky defenses with invulnerability, or with immunity. Sorry, immunity. If you're tanky, a lot of immunity defenses, this can burst through anyways. At least right now it's been able to. But the super well-built, well-geared tanky teams, like Pepe's, for example, has 2 immunity buffers, and then everything is just super tanky with so much HP or defense. That is tough to cut through. But as you can see, guys, I mean, we're shredding through defenses. Boo is a guildmate, and he's got a Water Archangel anyways, but like the light Basilisk here with that immunity, that makes this a little bit tougher to do when everything is as tanky as these units are, right? Those are all going to be built tank. It's a stall defense. Pepe is one, as I just mentioned. Too much HP on his Violet and his Xenia for me to burst him down. I was able to do it once or twice, but I wasn't able to get a win out in the end there. Something like this, a Greater Demon and a Violet. We can shred that. Yeah, guys, I'll show you the gear after one or two more. It's honestly, it's nothing impressive. The gear is not that great. It's a fun team. The Candy Munchkins are incredible for arena offense. They have uses everywhere else in the game. I'm definitely planning to do a spotlight on them, show you why you should build one, how to build it, how to gear it in the future. This is more of just a fun video to show off an awesome arena Cleave team that I'm having a ton of fun playing with this week. And we can go check out the gear now. It's nothing stellar. You want to just build them. If you're going to build them for this specific purpose for arena offense, you just want to put attack or damage attack on them. They're only there for that third skill to just nuke and melt everything. I built mine, my Lemon Drop Mortal, Mortal Keen, attack percent, crit damage, attack percent. She's got high crit rate subs in places, crit damage subs in places, attack percent as much as you can get, right? She's at plus 63% crit rate. She self-buffs her own crit 30%. So this is actually a little overkill. She only needs, on top of her innate 15, another 55. And that should put her to 70, and then the self-crit rate buff will bring her to 100% crit rate, right? As much crit damage as you can get. My Blueberry is only on Vampire runes, or gear, just because that's what I had when I built her 2 weeks ago, is I had the Master Pack Vampire set, so that's still on her. But still, attack, crit rate, attack, because I didn't have a viable crit damage gear slot to put on her at the time, with crit damage, or crit rate, or attack percent, you know, substats is what you're looking for, things like that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the arena offense Cleave. Let me know, leave comments below if you've got any questions about it, or if you liked the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and feel free to check me out on Twitch as well. There's a link below in the description. See you guys in the next one.